بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Dr. Hamada Aqil, your teacher. I'd like to welcome you all to our new lesson. Today we'll be talking about cause and effect essays. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to compare between what are the causes and what are the effects, how to differentiate between both of them. Also identify what type of writing are cause and effect essays, summarize or write in short the key features of cause and effect essays, specify what are the key points in a thesis statement, differentiate between the types of details to be utilized in a cause and effect essay. Also, you need to identify double negatives in a cause and effect essay to avoid them in your writing. Enumerate or list 3 proofreading techniques that you can use them to edit your essay, and also fill in cause and effect essay graphic organizer, narrow your exposition topic. In order to achieve these objectives, let's open our books to page 239. We talked before about cause and effect, and we said that in a cause and effect essay, the difference between cause and effects is that a cause is an event, a cause is an event that makes something happen, and effect is the result of this cause. So a cause can lead to an effect, and a cause can lead to more than one effect. Like here, one cause can lead to a lot of effects, and a lot of causes can lead to one effect. The type of essay that we are practicing today is an example of expository writing. The key features of a cause and effect essay are a thesis statement. Your organization should be logical. You should have facts and details and also examples. Use transitions in your essay, and there are certain transitions that you can use which represent cause and effects. And also your essay must have a conclusion like all of the other essays, other types of essays that we learned before. We have an assignment here. You need to think about events or situations in the news or that you have studied in the history, science, or social studies class. What sparked these changes and what are the effects of these changes? Pick one and explore it. So your audience in this essay will be your class mates, and you need to analyze causes and effects. Let's practice this essay. First thing to do is to brainstorm topic. So you can think of topics in science and technology, think of topics in history, think of current events, and then so you're brainstorming, you're collecting information, enumerating a lot of topics, and then you pick one of them. So you choose one of those topics that you are familiar with and you can find information about as well easily. Next point is you think of your thesis statement. You make a statement. That thesis statement should be neither too narrow nor too broad. Your thesis must state an opinion as well, and it should never simply restate the topic. You shouldn't only. Some students, they think that if they restate the topic in their thesis statement, this is enough, which is, of course, not true. Your thesis also should state the key causes and effects, the main causes and effects of your effect. In this example here, we will be writing about the effects of the Erie Canal. If you don't know, the Erie Canal is a canal in the United States in America. It's in New York City. It looks like this. That's the Erie Canal. So you need to write about the changes you need to write about the changes that this Erie Canal caused. In this example here, the author started with general information about the history of the canal, and then he said that the opening of the canal caused 3 major changes in the United States. What are these 3? He listed them. Number 1 is the Erie Canal connected the Midwest to the Atlantic, and it made trade with the center of the country easier and more profitable. This is the second one. So that's the first one, and that's the second one. And the third effect is perhaps most important. It turned small towns and forests into cities. So in this thesis statement, the author had 3 effects of one cause. That cause is the Erie Canal, and it had 3 effects: 1, 2, 3. And he put them all in 2 sentences. You don't have to put them all in 1 sentence. You can separate them, no problem. If it's hard for you to make a compound complex sentence, you can make them 2 sentences, one compound and another one simple, or another compound sentence as well. So that's the thesis statement. As you can see here, The cause here is the Erie Canal. It had three effects. That's the effect number 1, effect number 2, and effect number 3. So one cause leads to one effect. One cause has an effect. One cause has an effect. In this example here, it's only one cause that had three effects. طيب, let's go to the details. Also, before you start your writing, you must have details. What type of details you can include in your essay? You can search for facts. You can use the internet to find facts about this Erie Canal. Examples. You can use quotations. Quotations are spoken or written words from an expert, like words that you heard in the radio or watched in the TV or read on a newspaper. Anecdotes as well. They are things that you have personally seen or experienced it. So maybe you have visited this canal, so you can use this. You can use what you saw to present details. It says here that again, a cause-effect chain is a series of events. So it's like a series. One thing leads to the other, and that new thing leads to a different thing. So it's like a lot of things lead to each other's. Drafting your essay. Here we have the thesis. So that's preparing your writing, and make sure also you use transitions like because and as a result. If you can see the mouse, please stay focused. Because and as a result and since and so on. So make sure that you transitions that can be used in a cause and effect essay. That's the thesis statement ready, and these are details, specific examples or details to support your ideas. So you're having your general idea ready and also the details. Here is a body paragraph here. The body paragraph with topic sentences here. 3 examples, like the canal created. That's the first point. That's the first effect. The first effect of this Erie Canal. The Erie Canal created a boom in trade between Midwest on one hand and the East Coast and Europe on the other hand. As a result of that, as a result of the canal's completion, Midwest farmers. That's details. So you started with a topic sentence, and then you extend it with details, and also you have here transitions like finally here and as a result there. Next point is revising. When you are revising, make sure that you can add transitions here and there, add cause and effect transitions, specific details. This is how you can add it. Then editing, and there are 3 editing and proofreading techniques. Number 1, you can use an online dictionary. Like for me myself, I'm using Merriam-Webster. Sometimes I use Cambridge Dictionary. Feel free to use your own, and also sometimes I use Grammarly. Keep a proofreading log. What's a proofreading log? Whenever you make a spelling or grammar mistake, you record it somewhere so that you easily revise them now and then to familiarize yourself with the errors that you fell in before, and then use the checklist to guide you as you check for errors in the grammar. Avoid double negatives. Double negatives are when you're using the words like not and nothing. This is negative, this is negative. You shouldn't have 2 negatives, because as you studied in math, 2 negatives means plus. Loss of loss is gain. There hadn't been nothing like the canal. It's better if you can say, if you cross the first negative word and you say there had been nothing like the canal, or there had not been anything like the canal. So, but you can't keep 2 negatives in a sentence. This is a general rule, not only for this writing essay. Then you can also still edit by finding mistakes, deleting words, adding words. Use these symbols to edit your essay, and then you publish it. Last thing, you publish it. You can make a display, use a poster board, or you post it to your friends on WhatsApp, or you display them in the, of course, you don't have school these days, so you can just share them with your family, read them to your family, create a short video as well. So this is how you can publish your presentations or your writing essays. The last thing, which is how to reflect in your writing. This is what you need to write in your discussion forum. Now let's go to the core of the lesson. The first, when you open week 12, you will find a lot of activities that you have to go through. The first one is introductory video. Let's open it.
Cause and effect. An effect is something that happens. A cause is why that thing happens. Why is Rocky in the water with his surfboard?
So in this video, you need to learn what are the differences between cause and effect.
He looks a little flustered. Is this a cause or an effect? A cause is something that brings about an effect or result. It tells why something happens. And don't forget, an effect sometimes has more than one cause. A cause sometimes has more than one effect. To find an effect, ask, what happened? To find a cause, ask, why did it happen?
So you can just use these two questions, why and what.
Rocky was happily surfing this morning, but the waves were getting really big. As a result, he was knocked off his board and had to swim to shore.
In this example, what are the causes and what are the effects? Think to yourself, then continue the video.
Clue words and phrases such as because, as a result, therefore, and so that can signal causes and effects. Aha! As a result, he was knocked off his board and had to swim to shore. Effect. Rocky was knocked off his board. Cause. Big waves hit the shores this morning. I hope Rocky will get back up on his board. I don't want this cause and effect relationship to ruin his surfing career.
Okay. The next link is Video Graphic Organizer, how to narrow your exposition topic. In this video, we will practice starting with general information and then narrowing them, making them smaller, specific.
Causes and effects are all around you. Ever since you were a child, you've probably been asking questions like, why is the sky blue? What causes leaves to change color in the fall? What causes bison to stampede? Okay, well, maybe not that last one. The point is that we are naturally curious about all kinds of causes and effects. So how does that help you choose a topic for a cause and effect essay? As it turns out, all you really need are your curiosity and a narrow your topic chart. First step, pick a general topic that you are interested in. Okay, that works. But which sport? Pick a specific one to narrow.
So the general idea here is sports. Next step is to make it narrower. Specify which sport are you talking
your
about.
Topic further. Good. Now what do you want to explore about baseball? Right, of course. We are writing a cause and effect essay. Well, let's focus in on either causes or effects by examining a specific question. To test your final topic, just ask yourself, are there clear causes and effects? If your answer is no, pick a related topic with clearer cause and effect relationships. If your answer is yes, you are ready to start planning your essay. Go ahead and swing for the fences.
Okay, so in this video we learned how to narrow your exposition topic. Next, the next link is Interactive Graphic Organizer. In this graphic organizer, you yourself will have to reorder a number of topics from general to specific. For example, it says here, this one talks about effects of women's movement, effects of Seneca Falls Convention, causes and effects of activism, and effects of Seneca Falls Convention on Women's Rights. I think here the most general topic here is this one, causes and effects of activism. So on your own, I want you to continue this list. Feel free to open this page through the link, or if you log into Pearson Realize, you will find them assigned to your class. Okay. Next point, or the next link, will take you to Apply Graphic Organizer. In this graphic organizer, you will type yourself. You choose a topic, general topic, narrow it more, specify, and more specific. So you're moving from general to specific. Any topic, you can choose any topic. The next link will take you to cause and effect assignment. It will take you around 15 minutes because it's timed, but of course you can finish earlier. It's all multiple choice questions, and I want you to post your mark on the discussion forum after you finish this one. Okay, so when this link opens, you will find a number of questions. They are all multiple choice questions. For example, sometimes you will be asked to choose one option or two choices. So if it says two choices, means you need to select two answers. Sometimes it says, if it doesn't say two choices, that means you have to choose only one answer. You will receive a mark, then post it on discussion forum. The next one, or the next link, will take you to cause and effect essay rubrics, 6 points. This is similar to the one that you will receive in your final exams, which will be attached to your essay. According to these rubrics, you will be given a mark out of 6. For example, if your essay sticks to these rubrics, you will receive 6 out of 6. If your essay sticks to these rubrics, you will receive 5 out of 6. And if your essay unluckily sticks to these rubrics, you will receive 1. For example, if the examiner cannot identify what are the causes and what are effects, you will get a 0 here. You get a 1 here. 1. Okay. If your essay, this is in terms of audience and purpose. If your essay lacks organization and is confusing and difficult to follow, maybe too brief, too small, and it doesn't assess organization, you receive also 1 in terms of organization. In terms of elaboration, if your essay lacks support or no attempt is made to support the connection between the causes, you're not connecting causes and effects, you receive a 1. The last point is use of language. Make sure that your essay doesn't have little or no control over the sentence and sentences, and incorrect word choice may cause confusion. Many errors in spelling, grammar, and punctuation severely hinder reader understanding. If this happens in your essay, you will receive a 1 in your essay. But on the other hand, if your essay clearly identifies a cause and effect situation and effectively targets audience, which is your classmates in the essay that we've done, you will receive a full mark, which is here 6. And you have your essay also in terms of organization has to be well organized with strong transitions, helping to think of not transitions, strong transitions. Effectively links causes with effects through relevant and elaborated support and details. Your essay also must have variety of sentences, structures, and make good word choices. Very few errors. Of course you can have errors, but if it has very few errors in spelling and grammar or punctuation, you will probably get or receive a score of 6. So make sure that you go over these rubrics, because they will help you identify why does an exam paper or does an essay receive 6 and another one receive 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The last thing here is cause and effect, 6 points. We've done it. The last one here is the discussion forum. When you open the discussion forum today, I want you to post the 3 things only. First thing you need to post in the discussion forum, answer this question: what part of your essay was most successful? Which part of the essay was most successful or the easiest? Is it the introduction? Is it the body? Is it the conclusion? And why? Number 2, answer what new things you have learned today about cause and effect essay. Number 3, you need to post your mark the mark that you received in today's formative quiz. Post the mark that you received in today's formative quiz, which is this one here. Okay, here we come to the end of today's lesson. I wish you the best of luck. Please stay safe and follow the Ministry of Health instructions to prevent the spread of coronavirus COVID-19. If you have any questions, please post them in the discussion forum. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.